Well, I'm honored to have a moment here with Majid Khaliq. Majid is a musician's musician. He's a teacher's teacher, and he's in love with what he does. And I know that because we've been honored to have him on our Peace Day party concerts. So we use a little bit of his music every once in a while in some of our promotional presentations because this man knows how to play the fiddle. Is that called the fiddle or is it called something else?
I mean, it's the fiddle, the violin, and the fiddle are the same thing.
Yeah, but you devour this fiddle violin. You
Yes.
play what is your what would you say is your favorite way to perform? What type of music?
What sort of music? I mean, all kinds of musics, but I would definitely say that jazz music is what I play more than most of the time. I'm playing jazz music. I'd done so many years of classical music, but I'm currently playing jazz music, or more specifically, people call it jazz rock fusion, but it's jazz music.
So if you I'm very raw here. If you stick a microphone onto the violin,
Yes.
is that can't be classical, or can it still be classical?
No, it can. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. The microphone has nothing to do with the genre of music. It is how uh, the setting of the music goes that would lead you to believe that it is either classical or jazz. The rhythmic intensity and intention will tell you whether it's jazz or it's classical. Um, but that's about it. I mean, yeah. I mean, certainly the amplification of it has no bearing on it.
Hey, let's go to a little video here for a second and watch you performing at our Peace Day event.
Sure.
Okay, so that was Majid and performing at our Peace Day concert. He's inspirational and he has good moves and he wears nice clothes also, I recollect.
Why, thank you. Why, thank you. Right now, I'm kind of just more relaxed, but yeah, I like to wear something a little snazzy on those days for sure.
So do you play now you're in New York area, right?
Yes.
And you also teach. Is that
I,
so?
I do teach. Yes, I teach in the
Oh,
South Bronx at Kip Academy Middle School, as well as I teach in Harlem at Harlem School of the Arts.
all righty. And what are you teaching?
I'm teaching in both places. I'm teaching string orchestra, um, with an emphasis on more modern styles of music as opposed to classical, but more like R&B, as well as soul music, as well as sometimes the musics are salsa and ethnic musics in that sense, but it's more like pops, like a pops orchestra sort of thing.
Do the students have musical instruments?
Oh yes, everyone has an instrument of their own,
Good.
and or has an opportunity to share one with another. Like our keyboards section sometimes shares a keyboard because the keyboard is so long. There'll be one person on the left side, one person on the right side. Um, yeah, but definitely all the string players have their own individual instruments. Yes.
What do you
Thankfully.
feel is the for you personally? I mean, you're doing this for a pretty long time. What's the good
Yes.
news for you in regard to what you're up to?
The good news is I have an opportunity to really test out what I end up doing in a performance space. I have a concert coming up February 25th at Joe's Pub.
Wow.
And it's celebrating the release of my third album. And in that performance, I'm going to be pretty much utilizing a jazz rhythm section along with a string ensemble,
Oh,
which will be accompany me in this. And it's essentially just a small version of what I do in school with my orchestra.
wow, wow, zoo. And Joe's Pub, what a classic place.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be phenomenal. I have some great people showing up and assisting me with this. We have Ray Angry, a keyboard player from the Roots, as well as um, a vocalist by the name of Yancy Abril, who's an alumnus of HSA, and we have Lenny White, who's a four-time Grammy Award-winning performer and producer, who's going to be joining me in the performance. He also produced my album, so he's going to be there in support, and it's going to be a really wonderful event.
All right. Well, we're going to put that up here so people can go and see it. We want to do a shout out to Sandra Trim DaCosta, one of the great account executive producers of all times. She used to be with CBS and other A&R, and she knows her stuff. And she said, I got to introduce you to Majid. And that was one of my lucky days. So you keep
Thank you.
up the good work and make more music and help those youngsters play music. It's a beautiful thing. Thanks so much, Majid.
I appreciate it, Paul. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.